Okay, hopefully this video will have better lighting. Basically, this is my HPI Pulse 4.6, and 2.5 years later, almost going on 3 years in, I think, April, May, sometime. Basically, just going to talk about problems I had, what I did to fix it. I'm not really doing a review because I think anybody who would be watching this would already have a Pulse and they know what to expect. So I'm going to start with the issues I had. I had an issue with the transmitter receiver, the wheels, the tires, the steering servo, and the gas tank pin coming out, which you can see right here. Basically, let's turn it down a little bit. I actually put a double nutted lock on this pin because it came out and this cap came off and it lost pressure and the engine was running poorly and it died out eventually. But I upgraded to the aluminum clutch shoes recently, so I still don't have a lot of tanks on that. I replaced the clutch bearings. So going around this is all stock, the A-arms, the suspension, you know, this is stock. This is held up really well. All these braces are stock. The shocks are stock. The stock springs, stock oil, everything's stock. Chassis stock. One of the things I had to do here is I had to tap a screw, a slightly larger screw. My dad helped me tap a thread to keep this from coming out because this came out and stripped out. So we basically went to the hardware store, bought a tap, and that's held up pretty well. So you can see just the muffler mount, the pipe mount. I trimmed the stock fuel lines and put my own fuel lines in and put a fuel filter in there. All these metals here on the front block, steering block, bulkhead, whatever, is all stock aluminum, and it's held up really well. The front differential, center differential, rear differential have not touched them even one time since I bought this, so they've held up really well. So now going to the other side with the electronics. Oh god, this thing's heavy. Basically, I mounted the battery box, put a Savage voltmeter in there, and I replaced the stock HPI servo and put my own what is it, HS-5645MG servo, and it's been really good. Here I put it's a high voltage HS-7940TH high-tech servo. It's high speed, high torque, and if you run this thing a lot, this thing gives off a lot of heat, but it's super. It's held up. Haven't had any issues with it. So as you can see, you know, fuel filter is the same. I rebuilt the engine once. I can go on and on, but basically that's pretty much it. I put one of the other mods I did was I put an adapter in here for charging, so you can just open, like, it's really from Great Plains, but you can open this door, and then I don't know if you can see in there, but you can charge without taking the hump pack out, and then when you're done, just pop it back in to keep the dirt out, and then you're good to go. Yeah, but everything, you know, I haven't replaced any of the turnbuckles, anything. One of the other issues I had when I started out with this vehicle was these, the dog bones would pop out. I don't know if you can see them right there, because this droop screw there, I think that's what they call it, was too far up, and this would just, when it hits a jump, it would just bounce so far up, it would just pull out of the outdrive, and eventually just I would lose them. So I was buying a lot of those until I figured out that these screws need to be adjusted, and the turnbuckles were terrible out of it. They were way off. Like, if you have a ruler or a caliper, I would recommend, basically pulling these turnbuckles in. They were way off, and they tell you in the manual what they should be, and it's been fine ever since. So hopefully, as you get to learn the vehicle, you'll find some of these things, and you'll learn and pick your own thing, aftermarket parts. But for the most part, the plastics are real good, so I can't really complain. I've never replaced the brakes on it yet, so yeah, definitely one of the things I recommend picking up is a temperature gun and cleaning out this with a Q-tip every once in a while, and just taking a temperature reading, so you know how to tune your engine. One of the things I recommend is a T-Max manual. In there, it'll tell you the theory of operation, how to tune for different temperatures and that. But other than that, this is a nice machine, and it's a perfect bashing vehicle. So thanks for watching.